Hello, my name is Morten, and I am leading the product development team here at Mega. I promised to give a short introduction to our platform, just 5 to 7 minutes. Normally, we use at least half an hour to go through all the capabilities and features. So, if you need more details or more enhanced demonstration, just let us know, and we'll set up a live call to go through it all. When you first log into the Mega platform, you see this live dashboard, and it's completely customizable. So if you want to change any numbers to show here, you can do that easy. If you want to add other widgets or other chart types, you can do that as well. It's drag and drop, or you just click the type of element you would like and do a little customization to see whatever number you want to present in your dashboard. You can have multiple different dashboards. You can share them with colleagues, and there's a lot of other detailed information about how your operation is running. I'll get back to that later. Let's first look at how things are organized in Mega. We put every campaign and contact into what we call projects. A project in this case is a language, but it could also be a client or a department. It's basically just a container that has some standard settings that the campaigns and the dialer is falling back to if settings are not set on campaign level. Campaigns are also grouped into projects. And if I want to create a new campaign, I start by selecting between inbound and outbound. And as the next step, I decide which project the campaign goes into. And then I'm just taken through a small wizard to set up a campaign. Let me just show you how simple it is. Next step is selecting the call flow that the agent should perform. That's basically the recipe for the call. I'll show you in a bit how we design them and how you can design them. But for now, let's just go ahead and select one. Our next step is to change or select which voice to use in the call. You can listen to sample recordings or simply choose the one you prefer and then go ahead to next step. Here you set simple dialing settings like opening hours of the company, number of call attempts to use, and other settings. You also decide which number to forward to in case a person is asking to speak to a human or as part of the call flow. And then all you have to do is give it a name, and you can launch and start using your campaign. After we created the campaign, we can go ahead and test it. And if we choose the UK debt collection here, I just click the play icon, and I get to choose the type of data I want to use, the contact data. And if I click start, we will get a phone call. So hopefully here my phone is ringing. And when I answer it, it will start talking.
Hello, this is Anna from AI calling on behalf of Ajax. Is this John?
Yes, it is.
Great. Before we start our conversation, I just want to let you know that I am an AI voice agent and that this call will be recorded for quality and training purposes. Is that okay?
Yes, that's fine.
Thank you for agreeing. First, we need to verify your identity. Please tell me your full name.
My name is John Smith.
Thank you for confirming your name. Please tell me your house number and street name.
It is 20 Oxford Street.
Thanks, I got your street name. However, your house number did not match our records. Can you please say your house number again?
It's 10 Oxford Street.
And what is your postcode?
It is 1AB 2CD.
Thank you for confirming your address. Your outstanding balance with Ajax is £254.22. Are you able to settle this amount today?
No, unfortunately, I'm not.
I completely understand. Another option is to split the payment into 4 monthly instalments of £63.55. Would that work for you?
Yes, I can do that.
Thank you for agreeing to the instalment plan. I will send you a confirmation shortly. Thank you so much and have a good rest of the day.
And so the settings for how many installments to make and so on. That's configurable, and you can do that in your own platform and via an integration get the data to us, or you can do it inside the Mega platform. The next step in the process could be to monitor how it's going on with the agents running your calls. So if you go to monitors and select calls, you get a list of all the calls made. And this one, for instance, is the one I just had. We can see the details of the contact we called with. We can listen to a recording, and we can see the full transcript of the call. And then we can also see what we call the phase log. That is actually all the decisions made throughout the call from the AI. So this is the audit log of, for instance, that the permission to record the call was granted at this specific time, and all the decisions, all the passes that happened in the call is documented here. Also, for instance, here that the person's rejected to pay the debt now. You can filter these calls and look for specific calls of your interest, or you can use tags to tag calls that are interesting for your teammates to have a look at. To make it even more efficient to monitor and audit your calls, we added a quality scoring feature. This enables you to create pools of calls to listen to, either with a manual QA team or with AI. And let me just briefly show. You decide which different scorings or metrics to look for when monitoring the calls. Let's say we want to have these 3, and then you create a pool of calls. You get to filter how many calls to put in the quality pool, how long they should be, and the date range and so on. And then you see a list of calls to analyze or go through. You can manually listen to the calls and score them based on the metrics that you created, or you can simply click Start AI Scoring, and we will use AI to listen to the calls and give the scoring based on the metrics you selected you wanted monitored. The result of this scoring is put into the quality results. And if I just fetch some data here, let's say we want to have a look at the calls where we were not able to perform an IDNV. Let's say we want to look at the refusal here. So in some campaigns, we actually see here that there was 19 instances of calls where this the quality team, AI or human, was not able to determine if the person refused to give his ID and information. And if I click this box here, I'm taken directly to the calls that are these 19 uncertains. Let me just show you how you can create the call flows or the recipes that these agents will follow yourself. We created a visual designer of these call flows, and you can do it in a very simple way by just dragging in modules that we prepared beforehand and connect them and just make a judgment and make small changes to the existing modules. What this does is that it actually writes the code that is used by the agent during the call. And if you prefer, you can also just write this in code yourself, or you can use an AI agent to help you. We trained an AI agent to create these kind of call flows. So if I say something like change the welcome message to hi, this is Mega, AI is able to actually do the changes for us. And we can see in a bit that this line here will change to hi, this is Mega when the AI agent is done. That happened now. And if we go back here, the validation here is failing just because the call flow isn't ready to use in production yet, but the changes has been made and the AI did the work for us. So to create call flows yourself, you can do that very simple, or you can do it very detailed and be very much in control with what happens. Behind these modules are actually what we call nodes. So if I just explode this, each of these modules consists of a bunch of different nodes that you can tailor or customize. and you can even drag in other nodes that you want to use in your call flow. You customize this completely if you want, or you use our predefined modules that keeps improving over the models. As I just mentioned, we control what the agent can say during the call with say modules or text resources. And you get to control this 100% so that the agent will never hallucinate. It is simply choosing from a variety of different text resources that fits best in the scenario it's in. So if you want to change the words using, you can use that. Or if you want to translate that, you can do it as well. Let's say this one. There's a English translation here. Great, I found your account, but unfortunately our records are incomplete. And let's say we wanted to add a Dutch version of this for a Dutch language. We can do that. We can use AI to suggest translations. We can add variations of it so that the model will have things to choose from, and it will test which versions of these texts will work best, but it will never generate or configure its own sentences. It will choose from the ones you predefined it and gave it permission to use. There really is a lot more to show in the platform, but unfortunately we are out of time for this little video. We'll be happy to set up a new call and show any details and answer any questions. So just let us know and we will set up a call. Thank you.